Yo, what's up with the fellas? What's up with the ladies? Adolescents, teenagers, all those who are up in age who's willing to receive this game, get up in here, fellas. Hit the PayPal, hit that Cash App. The links are definitely in the chat area. Hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App. The links are definitely in the chat area. Also, fellas, get at me in the membership button. And also, fellas, get at me in the super chat with the super chat. $1, 50 cents, $2, it don't matter. Show love to the show, fellas. That's what we're about. We're about to support. Go get at me on Rumble, KC the Red Pill the Bunker on Rumble, and get that work just as well. It's constant, just so many videos over there, consistent. I'm constantly dropping, so let's get to it. Get at me in the Patreon just as well, fellas. Get at me in the Patreon just as well. All three of the tiers are open and they are popping. We're going to get to that just as, we got that going too. So there's no excuse on you guys not getting this game. Get in here and fuck with me. If you enjoy the content, please like, share, and subscribe, fellas, and hit the notification bell. Hit that membership button, too, so you can be alerted. You know what I'm saying? When I go live on the exclusive lives, exclusive pre-records, and things I can't put up on Rumble and, Patreon, things of that sort. Come over and fuck with me, fellas. And let's talk about it. Let's get this game and let's get to it. You know how we do it. Get at me at the bottom of that screen, too. Get at me in the Gmail, railsfargo12@gmail.com. Get at me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at the Real Rails FA1. And once again, like, share, subscribe, and stay nailing that notification bell so you can be up on it, fellas. Let's get to it. I'm going to talk to you fellas for a little bit before I head up out of here. Play your shit one-on-one. Play your shit 101. Two in the rotation is too close to having one. Remember that, fellas. I'm going to talk to you guys about it. Two in the rotation is too close. The line is so fucking fine. Two in the rotation is too close to having one, fellas. And this is for my young players out there, for my young players who's doing their thing and rotating women and fucking with these, different women, multiple women. You already know the game. You know that having two is too close to having one. And I know guys are like, no, I thought one was too close to having none. No, two at a time is too close to basically having, it's like having one. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. And the reason why, fellas, is because you're dealing with dual mentalities. You're dealing with dual behaviors and dual situations or whatever the case may be. One situation could dry up just as well as the next situation at the same time, like around the same time. I'd have had these things, fellas, and I have doing a consultation with a guy, and he's got two chicks, and he was telling me like, man, I believe that these two, the two that he got or whatever the case, he's saying he believed that the two he got is cool, it's good for him, but it's like having one. Do I agree? And of course I do agree 100%. And that's because as a young player, a young man who's very active in the dating game, fellas, you want to push past just having two. You want to accumulate three. You want to accumulate four. You want to accumulate women. You want to go to where it's all a mind thing. You don't really want to make it a physical thing and be content with fucking with two or three women. You want it, you want it to be equipped within a mind frame to where you already keep your ball rolling. You got the energy and you got the mind frame of actually, and you can maybe fucking with two. You may be fucking with just two chicks, but you got the mind frame of actually having 5 or 6 of them motherfuckers. And the reason why is because these two are like nothing to you. And when it's like nothing to you, having two chicks is like nothing to you, fellas, you can easily dismiss them, not like get rid of them or whatever. You can easily dismiss them in the situation or in the form, in the way of I ain't trying to be bothered with you. I ain't trying to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Let me go on and do what I got to do for the day. And you may not be fucking with other women for that day. Let me line that up. You may not be fucking with other women for that day. You may have other things going on. You may have family functions. You may have to go to work, fuck with your business or whatever the case may be. And you could be missing out on sex in that frame simply because you're a go-getter. You're paying attention to other things that's very more, that's more important or whatever the case may be. And sex is a big issue in your life. You know what I'm saying? Even though when they want to have sex, they want to call you, they hitting you up, texting you, want to fuck around, whatever the case may be. But it's not a big thing. It's like, I get to you when I get to you. I fuck with you when I want to. And when I get around to fucking with you, or when I want to, or whatever the case may be. And that, fellas, simply comes from not just having those two, but having the mind frame of having more than those two. You get what I'm saying? And you may not have no more than them two, but you got the mind frame. Is it like, bitch, it's nothing to me, because you pick them up as you go. Your charm, your conversation, your charisma, everything relates and evolves around your conversation, fellas. And if you're a person that got conversation and you know how to actually talk to a woman just right off impulse, pulling up on her, saying what you're saying, or whatever the case may be, fellas, it will be so, it's easy, fellas. It's like cutting butter. It's like cutting butter. It's so fucking easy. You know what I'm saying? For you to just eliminate mentally the women that you are fucking with and bring forth other women. You know what I'm saying? Going forward. You know what I'm saying? It'll become easy. And the reason why it's so easy, fellas, because you picked up on the cues that a lot of men are scared to pick up on. And that's actually communicating. Talking, fellas, having a conversation. You never know how you can erupt someone's day in a positive way, fellas. I'm talking about chicks now. We ain't talking about anybody, but we talking about chicks. Just erupt a chick's day in a positive way just by having a simple conversation about something that you couldn't even see yourself really relating to, or whatever the case may be, but you are educated enough to carry on whatever the bitch is talking about. You know what I'm saying? And pushing everything around in your favor to where shit just works out for you. And when you got that energy and that's in you, like it's embedded in you, fellas, that's the beautifulest thing on earth, man. Because anything that comes in your life, fellas, it can come and go. And you're not going to give a fuck. It can really come and go, and you're not going to care. Because you're so embedded in standing forward on your life and moving forward with your life and having control with your life. Can't nothing but do that. Pedro, hold up. Let me see. Pedro, these motherfuckers shit be coming up late and shit sometimes. The new era music. Shout out to Pedro for the 499 super chat. What he say? Why do older generation blame social media for the dating game or traditional values? Is that their escape excuse? Especially the older women. Oh, especially the older women. That's I'm gonna say it like this. Coming from my era, whatever, the late 90s, 2000, early 2000, mid 2000, social media wasn't relevant. It was a growing, especially in the 90s. I remember when the internet and shit started growing, you know what I'm saying? But social media came somewhat in the 2000s. It wasn't in the 90s. Fuck no. When internet came, you had AOL and all that other shit. Social media, I was in prison when social media came. So when social media came, fellas, I can somewhat see why the older generation say that the social media fucked up the dating game and the values people had on one another, the privacy, the communication, the respectful communication amongst a man and a woman. Let me see. It's a lot of things that social media have intervened and kind of, gave it a black eye, whatever the case may be. And that's because it's social media, it's social. So it's allowing everyone to bring their opinion, their comments, and saying this and say it's allowed everyone's opinion. It's allowing everything to come around. So it's a social thing. And when you got a social construct like that, fellas, you're going to have your goods and bads in it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have your goods. You're going to have people that's coming in that motherfucker on some bullshit. Then you're going to have people that's getting in social media on some real shit. So you're going to have your ups and downs, good and bad. Now, does that, to me, now, if you asking me, does that fuck up the dating values and things of that sort? No. And the reason why, fellas, is because if you're talking in the aspect of dealing with women, fellas, women always been women. Like, I ain't seen women change color. You got an African American, you got Caucasian, you got Hispanic, you got Asian, Haitians, Cuban, Dominicans. You got different women out here, fellas, and I haven't seen none of them women, none of them, metamorphose into a different color or to a different species. Have you? No. So women always been the same, fellas. What somewhat tainted, I'm gonna say tainted the dating game, fellas, is that everything is at an instant gratification, like it's real quick. You know what I'm saying? And that's because we all have the abundance. You know, if you a motherfucker of value, you're gonna have the abundance. And when you have the abundance, fellas, you're gonna be, let's take it or leave it, keep pushing. Or she can be like that with you, take it or leave it, keep pushing. So that diminishes the values of, you know what I'm saying? I guess they saying love and care, and you guys growing together and sustaining a family and moving forward, like the values was back in the days. And that's still there, fellas. None of that will never change. But instant gratification and having the abundance, made things move a little bit fast. So do I think it fucked it up? No, because people are still people. You know what I'm saying? You can still communicate with a woman, older woman, a younger woman. You can still communicate. Now, if she's into you, it's no different from back in the days, fellas. If the woman is into you back then, guess what? She's gonna hand over the number, or it's gonna be easy for you to accept her number and make that move, and you make it happen in the way you want to make it happen. If she's not into you, it's gonna be difficult. She's gonna make it difficult for you, fellas. It's no different from now, So I only thing I see social media doing in a way that a lot of older people that don't like, is the way it's moving. You know what I'm saying? The instant hookups and the instant dope motherfuckers just getting out there meeting somebody, pulling up at your house so quick. You pull up at that spot quick. Motherfuckers just, intermining, mingling, amongst each other with no, I guess I could say with no cautious or whatnot, and that's the game. So no, I don't think, blame social media dating. Yeah, traditional value is yeah, I'm not gonna say it's an escape excuse. I just look at it like it's what they're used to. A lot of people just gotta, we all fellas gotta gravitate to an evolution. Whether it comes with cell phones, fashion, fashion's totally up to you. Motherfucker, they came with the tight jeans and all that. Some people wasn't into it. Some people was. So the skinny jeans or whatever. So fashion's up to you. But the cell phones, vehicles and things like that, it's a part of evolution. Technology, especially if you're going to be engaging in this shit, social media, whatnot, it's evolution. That's all it is. But shouts out to Pedro for the $4.99 super chat. But like I was saying, fellas, get back to the player shit. One-on-one. Let's get back to that game. But and also, fellas, like, share, and subscribe, and hit the super chat like Pedro. Hit the PayPal, Cash App. Get at me on Rumble, and also get at me in the Patreon, fellas. You dig? Show love to the show. Show love to the show. But having that one woman, fellas, having that one woman, just having that one woman, we know can be detrimental in a way of an attachment, in a way of dependency on sex, dependency on her comfort, dependency on her presence, dependency on her conversation, dependency on whatever, that's related within the fashion of a man and a woman. Not being able to mingle the way you want to mingle around multiple people and multiple women, because you put so much in this one woman, you relate everything to this one woman. Your job, conversation wise, going home, sleeping wise, everything relates with the woman. Sitting down eating with the bitch. Your bitch got to smell your shit when you go take a dump or whatever. She go, everything. This one woman. That's if you guys coexist and stand together. Now you got guys that's fucking with one. They got a girlfriend and she stay here, he stay there, and he's still the same way with her. He's everything's on his bitch. And you got guys like this. Now, that one woman, or having two women, fellas, I'm gonna say that, just having two women is gonna always equate to having that one woman, unless, like I said, you don't have to have more. You got to have a mind frame to knowing that you can get more, knowing it's nothing to get more, knowing it's nothing to replace them with two more and add two more to it. Now you got four. These things, fellas, just having that mind frame, knowing that you can do these things, is going to always work out better for you, fellas. Because let's keep it real. Let's just talk about it. A lot of guys want a relationship. Hold up, fellas. Hold up for a second. It's my worker right here. Hold up for 1 second. Hold up for 1 second. Yeah, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. But like I was saying, fellas, just because a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying, they having that one woman and dealing with that one woman, fellas. A lot of guys. Damn, man. Hold up. Yeah, a lot of guys, fellas. Once they wrap all that up into that one woman and they become like dependent on that one woman, and like I said, they ain't got to stay with her. They could be in separate households or whatever the case may be. Once they wrap all that up and become dependent on that one woman, fellas, it's gone. And I would love for you guys to actually see, and everybody, every man, young, a lot of men are going through this. A lot of men have been through this, but I would love for you guys to actually like really deeply inherit this shit and pay attention to why it's not good to just have that one woman and put everything within that one woman, fellas. And guys are going to argue with me up and down, about the monogamy part, the disease part, the pregnancies, and run around sleeping with this bitch and that bitch. Oh, I'd have had fun. I'd have done it all. I had guys say, oh, I'd have been here. I traveled here, I did my thing, fucking with multiple women, fellas. But they still come back to that one nightist attachment. I'm sorry. And you could be that nigga that slept with everything moving. You still gonna come back to that one nightist attachment because, fellas, spiritually, if you're not a part of the rainbow, we're going to keep it, we're going to knock that out. If you're not a part of the rainbow, fellas, you're going to get attached to one woman when you're fucking with that one woman. That one woman you're fucking with, you're going to get attached to her and you're going to put everything into her. And she's going to be the motherfucking cause of your demise. And women will tell you, not verbally, like, hey, you should go out and fuck another woman. You should go have other women. That's what you should do, motherfucker. Take all the weight off me. Quit trying to put everything on me. Share this shit, motherfucker. Go fuck with this bitch here. Fuck with that bitch. She ain't gonna tell you that, fellas. But they scream and they yearn for you guys to do that. They scream and they yearn for you guys to do that so they can feel like they got a motherfucker who they got to chase behind. So they can feel like they got a motherfucker who they got to fucking compete over. So they can feel like they got that motherfucker who the next bitch can't get or it's difficult to get. Oh, I got him. I got it. That he's that motherfucker. They want to feel that way, fellas. And ain't nothing like having a woman feel that way, fellas, than fucking with multiple women. I'm sorry. I'm keeping it real. I'm just keeping it all the way real and being honest. Being upfront, being blatant, let her know what it is, fellas. You got to be candid, very transparent in what you do or whatever the case may be. You got to be that guy to where she's, you know what I'm saying, she don't like it, but she appreciates it, and she don't want to appreciate it, but she appreciates it. And the reason why she got to appreciate it is because there's no other guy like you. How many guys you got? I mean, come on, fella, yourself and your brothers, your uncles, your father, your cousin. How many of these motherfuckers run around lying 24/7? lying 24/7 to bitches. Let's keep it real. To their wife, to their girlfriend, their baby mamas. When they out here creeping and fucking around. How many of these guys doing this? It seems like all of them, right? You're going to be thinking like, damn, okay, see, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to say all. You're not wrong with saying all, fellas. You're not wrong because you want to round up the numbers. Damn, they're all men that lie to women. And when you come out and you stick out as that different guy, you know what I'm saying, that don't lie to them. You know, you keep it all the way a buck when you let them know, hey, this is what I do. This is how I move. This is who I am, baby. You know, it's, you know, I mean, you getting what you see, you know, and you seeing what you get, whatever the case may be. And when you coming out like that, fellas, you know, she don't want to, like, I don't want to lock myself in with a guy like this because, to be honest, it's a competition thing. And you know how women is, fellas. They want to be the head of the shit. They want to be the motherfucker who fighting over them, arguing over them, or whatever the case may be. But they got no problem with being in competition, you know, with other bitches over you when they know you're that dude. And how they know that you're that dude, fellas? They know that dude gonna just settle for them. I'm keeping it real. They know that dude gonna have multiple women. They know that dude's very attractive. He's got charisma, he's conversation and everything in that sort that attracted her. And when she know that this motherfucker attracted me like this, how many other bitches he's getting like this? Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all hit the super chat, hit that PayPal, hit that membership button. Show love to the show. You guys to show love to the show. Hit that Cash App, hit that Rumble, fellas, and get at me in that Patreon. We gotta handle business. We gotta make it happen. We gotta get it, fellas. Let's do our fucking thing. You dig? Now let's talk about it. Let's keep this shit off. Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it all the way real, fellas. You know what I'm saying? You can only be that dude when she knows. And it's, fellas, that dude. And I know a lot of guys gonna think, okay, how come I ain't that dude if I ain't got $200,000 in the bank, $300,000 or whatever now? I ain't that dude, that's what you telling me? I'm rocking all the latest model clothes, the jewelry, and I'm doing me, right? I'm flashy. I mean, I ain't that dude, is that what you telling me? No, not in her eyes. In your eyes, you can be that dude. In a simp sucker, one of your partner's eyes, you know, you can be that dude because you're winning or whatever. Or there's a fleazy ass bitch, you know what I'm saying? Who, you know what I'm saying? Who never fuck with a motherfucker who probably made $20,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you her dream. You know what I'm saying? You the broke bitch's dream. I'm keeping it real. You a nothing ass bitch's dream. But to a woman, fellas, that's very, 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 I mean, very so much, not only just into her, but into the man that she fuck with, fellas. You are not that dude unless she see you. I mean, unless other bitches see you, just like she see you. Oh, let's keep that shit real. Hit the like button. Let's keep it real. That's how they think, fellas. You know what I'm saying? If other bitches ain't dealing with this dude, other bitches ain't liking this dude. And fellas, the bitch could be standing next door, standing down the street from you, fellas. She can see different cars swinging your way once a week, twice a week. You know, just different cars, different bitches of what pulling up. She know right then and there, oh, he that motherfucker. And you can be that motherfucker to where you can be that motherfucker to where she's willing to fuck with you or she's willing to be intimidated by you. But you still that motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? And that's real. And showing your woman, you know what I'm saying, your girlfriend, fellas, or your wife or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, bitch, what you thought I'm not that cat? You thought I was gonna slack up and slip because I got you and ain't no other bitches on me fucking with me, but and displaying to her, not purposely and not intentionally in her face and trying to make her mad and all that pussy, you know, we don't do that. But displaying to her and showing her, bitch, I am that motherfucker. Despite you know, whether you think or whatever the case may be. Flirting with bitches, like having a friendly conversation with bitches around her when y'all out and about or whatever the case may be. Her watching them and how they respond and how they react to who you are or whatever the case, you know what I'm saying? That right there alone, I'm telling you, right, will keep her in a motherfucking place and knowing, okay, he can be white, he can be a motherfucker, he can be fucking with these bitches, he can be doing these things, and you may not be doing it. You may not be doing it, you know, but it's the mentality. It's your behavior. It's who you are. You know what I'm saying? That captivates her all the way through. And knowing that you can have more than her. And she's willing to accept that. You know, all the way through because who you are, fellas. You know what I'm saying? You got to read into you. You got to care for you. You got to give a shit about you. You know what I'm saying? It's all about you. Fuck the next motherfucker. It's all about you. You got to have that energy, fella. It's got to be in you. You know what I'm saying? And she will accept you having 3 chicks, 4 chicks, whatever. Hell, if she accepted having another chick on the side because who you are, fellas. But me personally, man, I look at it like this. Her accepting me for who I am and knowing who I am, fellas, that's just a bonus in the game. And the reason why, because I know who I am and I accept me. I know what the fuck is up with me because that's just a bonus. It's like I'm mirroring my motherfucking self. So that's cool. That's A1 right there. I'm good with that, fellas. But her accepting the fact that I got other bitches, you know what I'm saying, it's another thing. And guys think that you can't get women to accept that. That's why it's always been, I'm telling you, fellas, man, having that one bitch, having that one, fellas, or having that 2. Hell, 2 is too close to having that 1. It's going to always be too close to having that 1, fellas. I'm telling you. Of course, yeah, one day one can feel some way, the next day you can ping pong them back and forth and off each other, whatever the case may be. But if you're a pussyologist, like a zoologist, you're a pussyologist, fellas, you ain't not gonna be content and comfortable with just them 2. You know, you have to bring other shit in the mix. You want new pussy, you want something fresh, you want fresh comfortability, fresh conversation, something new. You want this new shit going on in a rotation form, fellas. You know what I'm saying? So be a man and quit being on that other shit like a lot of these guys, you know. And ain't nothing wrong with having one woman, but is that one woman equivalent to like having 3 or 4 bitches? Because you got bitches like that too, fellas. I'm telling you, they can be equivalent to having 3 or 4 bitches because their behavior, their attitude, their mannerism, they're so fly with how they connect with you. You get what I'm saying? It's like you be like, but I got that bitch. She knows she got that dude, so we 100. That's a situation there that's golden too, fellas. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people can't make it that way. You can't get that far, fellas, unless you run through these bitches. You got to knock them down. You dig? Yeah, that's real game. But get up in here and fuck with me, fellas. Like, share, and subscribe once again. And hit that PayPal, that Cash App, that Super Chat, that Rumble. And enjoy the show, man. And once again, shout out to Pedro for the $4.99 Super Chat. We came through with that, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Pedro with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because at times, fellas, I get bored. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when I be having just 2 bitches, I'm like, oh, man, I'm hollering at so many other bitches, but I got these 2. I've been having these 2 for about 8-9 months, man. This shit, man, I'm ready to go fuck this bitch. And 3-4 days later, I'm ready to go fuck her. Then, okay, I may swing a couple other chicks, you know, from that I just met and linked up with or whatever in between, but that's a hit and go. But I still got these 2 in the rotation, and it falls back to them 2. It's like, nah, fuck that. I got to step it up. I got to bring in more, fellas. You know what I'm saying? You got to, man, to make shit right for you. I'm telling you. And to even out the playing field, fellas, for her, you know, for shit to go smooth, you know. But get at me at the bottom of the banner, fellas. Also text me before calling me. You get at me at my number. Hit me on the number in the description below the about section, fellas. My number's there. Text me before calling. Consultation, video, topic of your choice, wherever the case may be, and we can get to it. Let's make that shit happen, fellas. And until next time, fella, I'm out this bitch. Holla.